festival. Please remember that audience members must stay in their seats until after the clinician has finished working with the performing ensemble. We also remind you to remain quiet and refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Stephen Benham from Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please welcome the Mounds View High School Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Lucas Sjogren.
gigantic composers and these big, huge workhorses of pieces. Beethoven, we put this number 8 out earlier, really, really nice. So I like this a lot. Who doesn't? Maybe somebody doesn't, I don't know. Good. Well, nice performance. Did you feel like it was a good performance? Who said that? Someone who's less biased? Why did you feel it was a good performance? Yeah. Sounded good? According to what? Your ears. Okay, so what would you have done better? Well, let me rephrase the question. What was the last recording you listened to of this? Huh? The one movie. Okay, I'm not, not buying it. Not buying what you're selling. So what was the last recording you listened to of the piece? Have you listened to any recordings of it? Who's your favorite? Leonard Bernstein, New York Phil? Safe answer. Herbert von Karajan, Berlin Philharmonic? Carl Boehm in the Vienna Philharmonic? Who's your favorite recording of it? Do you know who won the Grammy Award for Outstanding Classical Recording last night? Shostakovich Symphony No. 5, the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. I'm from Pittsburgh. Okay, why do I ask that question? And I don't mean it as criticism, and I don't mean to be intimidating with it. I'm asking you a thoughtful question because you seem like really thoughtful people, and you were very well prepared on this piece today. So why would I ask that question? Huh? Different groups play it differently. Okay. How old was Beethoven when he wrote the piece? Do you know? Huh? Very young. What do you know about Beethoven? Huh? By the time he was at the end of his life, he was very hard of hearing, right? Hearing loss. Tell me about his life. Where did he live? Who were his friends? Huh? He spent some time in Vienna, yeah. He's considered more of a German composer than an Austrian composer. Okay. Was he a happy-go-lucky guy? How do you know? Yeah. Because becoming deaf made him mad, right? Composes Ninth Symphony without being able to hear it. Isn't that weird? Okay, so what does this piece mean? For who was this piece written? Do you know? Man, Dr. Benham, good putting this on the spot. What's your name? Sunny. It still is. It hasn't changed. Excellent. Would you please play the first 4 notes? Thank you. And we're going to accept your interpretation as perfect. I mean, for today, it was great. I wouldn't change it, right? So with this orchestra, it was good. What do those first 4 notes mean? Sunny, what do the first notes mean? He's mad. Who's he mad at? The world. Okay? All right. So, what's your name?
Ellie.
Right. Good job. 2 for 2 on the names. How would you play the first 4 notes? Same or different? Different. Also mad at the world? And a tiny bit nervous. Yeah. Okay, what's your name? Hasn't changed. Ah, Colin, has it? All right. So, Colin, how would you play that? Oh, there's where it is again. Ah. Wow. Very different. So, what's it supposed to be? However, the conductor says, I don't buy it. I still don't, what else is he mad about? What else besides losing his hearing is he mad about? Mad at himself? He's depressed? He's unhappy? Okay. But that can't be the only reason. Yeah. People pity him. Maybe they look at him funny. Was he a happy man? Do you know? Have you ever met him? No? Okay. Yeah. We can't trust movies. Okay. You cannot trust movies. You cannot trust news. Okay? For you, too much television. So, all right, here's my point in all of this. Before you perform this piece again, you need to know when it was written, why it was written, and what the whole thing called the Enlightenment was about, and what the whole thing about humanism was about, and the whole thing about the advancement of man was about, and the whole thing about the tearing down of atheism, or tearing out of religion and building up of atheism in Western Europe was about. You need to understand the whole thing about what it means to exalt man above everything else, and German superiority, which ultimately led to World War I, followed by World War II. Okay? And German nationalism, how does that play into this? It's not just a four-note theme. It's got a lot more into it. I like the fact that you know it's angry. Maybe it's pitiful, I don't know. But you do a nice job with it. I also want to just, I'm not going to really talk a whole lot about the orchestra because I think your performance was solid and you owned it overall. And I think horns, there's some pressure spots in this. Oboe, there's a nice cadenza there. Weird cadenza. Why a cadenza? Who puts a cadenza in the first movement of a symphony? Nobody does that. Only Beethoven, right? So why is that there? I want to know more about that. And I think you can think more about the oboe cadenza and think more about how you want it to be musical and how it comes in and goes out, and maybe you're just toying with the minds of everybody else. Maybe it's Beethoven's sense of humor. Maybe he and the guy were playing cards late at night. And the oboists were playing cards late at night, and maybe Beethoven lost the bet. And the bet was, if you lose the cards tonight, you have to put a cadenza in the first movement of your next symphony. Maybe that's what it was. Okay? So, I would say a couple other things that I just mentioned to other orchestras. I don't know if you heard them. You tend to overplay a little bit. So as you're playing, it'd be nice if you all had $5 million Stradivariuses, but you don't. So don't ever lose the sound quality. This is a great room to play in. It really makes you sound super, super good, but you do tend to lose focus just a little bit in some of those louder spots. So make it sound beautiful always. Gruff but beautiful. You know, kind of like me. Gruff but beautiful. All right. I thought that was funny. All right. You didn't rush in the spots where people tend to rush, and I was all prepared to yell at you for rushing in the chords. You didn't do that. I would break up the chords, as I mentioned in the previous group. Don't double stop those, break those up, because the double stop slows down the momentum of that. But that's all I got for you. I really enjoyed it. I'd get more thoughtful, kind of be committed to what you're doing that way. I wasn't sure what the story was. I heard anger from beginning to end, and I wanted to know if there was any resolution to the anger. Yes, but there's also, maybe the oboe is the thought in the middle of it. Like, why am I so mad? Did I just have pizza last night too late? I mean, what caused the problem? So there are moments in here where it's not angry, or boom, 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 boom. Maybe they're throwing a football around. You don't know. I mean, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony could be a competition. Do you know the PDQ Bach version? You should. All right. Thank you very much. Good job, Mounds View.